Hey all, Mr. Piercy here. I just wanted to show you guys a quick shortcut that you can use when you are doing research for your research pieces. Now, up to this point, when you are putting together your piece or you're writing a paragraph, probably when you've looked up a new fact, you've done something like this. You opened up a new tab, went to Google, typed in your search term right there, and it pulls up all these different articles and web pages that you can go to. And that's fine, but it's not actually the fastest way to do it. Every Google Doc, if you look in the bottom right-hand corner, there's this little button that you can click that says Explore. And when you click that, what it does is think of this as like your own custom Google search. So actually in here, I'm just going to search Abraham Lincoln. And that Google search that a second ago I did in another tab, it actually does the search for me right here. Now, the first link that will pop up for most topics is Wikipedia. Remember, that's not a good source to use if you're trying to put together an authentic piece because it's a publicly editable website. I mean, anybody in the world can go and change and edit Wikipedia at any time. So it's usually a good starting point if you're trying to learn the basics about somebody, but I usually have students go and check the links and sources down the bottom. That way they can figure out where Wikipedia is getting its information from. Anyway, so the next link that's on here is this one on Abraham Lincoln. I see it's coming from the whitehouse.gov. That's a pretty trusted source. So I'm going to click on that. It'll open up that website for me. I can scroll down and I can start to do my research. And maybe on this, I learned that Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States. Again, pretty basic fact, but it's an important one. So I'm going to go back to my piece. I'm going to add that fact on. So I'm just going to say Abraham Lincoln became the 16th president of the United States in 1861. Now you need to do what's called cite your source. In other words, you need to say where you got that piece of information or quote or image from. So when somebody's reading it later, they know that that quote's not made up because, oh, look, it's coming from this trusted source. Now, the nice part is Google Docs has a quick and easy way to do that. And it's using what's called a footnote. Here's how it works. You put your cursor where you want the footnote to go. And usually a footnote will go right at the end of a quote or right at the end of a fact that you just listed. In this case, I'm going to put it right after the period in 1861. Then I'm going to go over to my Explore tool right here, and I'm going to mouse over the web page that I just used. And you'll see right next to it, when I'm mousing over it, these little quotation marks appear. And it gives me the option. It just says, would you like to cite this as a footnote? So I'm going to click that button. And when I do, it goes ahead and it puts that tiny flying number 1 right there, which is the footnote. And then down at the bottom of the page, let me move myself out of the way there. Down at the bottom of the page, it actually puts the footnote in. And more importantly, it gives me the link that I got that piece of information from. So when somebody's reading it later, they know, oh, I can actually click that. And I can go and find that website to see, is that fact actually there? Is this from a trusted source? And look, there it is.